On February 19th, 18 telecom students, including myself, managed to take a trip to ABC6 Studios outside of Philadelphia, where we got to meet weekend anchors Walter Perez, Nydia, and weatherman Chris Sowers, all while being given the chance to watch a new studio busy at work.
I think it's really intense. I didn't expect this much to be in one news station. I didn't know they did this much work behind the scenes.
And work they did. While the station wasn't quite as full as one might imagine, there was still a flurry of activity in preparation for the 12 o'clock show, a show we were given the ability to sit in on and watch, giving us a far more personal news experience than the average viewer is accustomed to.
This is one of those professions, you gotta love it. You get up in front of that camera, you can't be nervous, you can't be gun shy, you've got to love it because everybody at home sees that. If you're up there and you're all stiff and you're nervous, they see it. You gotta love what you do.
Good afternoon. It is Sunday, February 19th.
Here are some of the stories we're following for you.
If anyone was nervous, it didn't show. The talent worked through the show diligently and seemed to be flawless in a very natural delivery of the local news. They were so talented in their abilities that it seemed hard to believe that they might have originally wanted another profession.
I always wanted to be a journalist, but I actually planned on going into print. So I really wanted to write for magazines, and I went to Northwestern University to the Medill School of Journalism in order to be a print journalist. And then on a whim, I decided that I would do an internship at a television station, and I caught what we kind of call the TV bug. And I loved the medium. I loved the pictures. I loved the immediacy. I loved how moving I thought it was to be able to tell a story in this very unique way. So I decided to switch to broadcast.
And it's not as if becoming a broadcast reporter is an easy profession to get into. A competitive spirit and quite a bit of experience is a must to lock down a job such as that of a news anchor.
It took a lot of persistence because it's a catch-22 because nobody wants to hire you unless you have experience, but you can't get the experience unless somebody hires you. So that's always the challenge. The first job is always the toughest.
You're gonna make mistakes. Don't let it rattle you. Use those mistakes as a learning experience to get better. Stay confident and focused, and you'll achieve your goal.
Of course, all that hard work and persistence has various ways of paying off in the end.
I met President Clinton, and that was just one of the most amazing meetings of my life, and he's probably someone I remember most, more for his charisma and just for the power of the moment when I met him.
I would like to thank Krista Schauder for getting us into ABC6. After all, Walter Perez is her uncle.
Krista is an extraordinary athlete, and that's something I can appreciate because I was an athlete myself. But she's a great kid. She's super smart, wonderful future ahead of her, just like her older brother as well, who is the captain of the Lehigh University football team. It's just, they have a wonderful family.
If you were to ever take a tour of ABC News yourself, you'd easily be able to tell that the people working here have achieved something more than what you see on TV. They found careers that they love.
Like the old saying goes, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And it doesn't feel like work to me. It's just fun.
One day, don't be surprised if you were to turn on your TV and find Rob Brown reading the news, Will Howe doing sports, or even me harassing people with a microphone. From Bash TV, this has been Mike Harris reporting.